गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतानः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Om. Dear friends, we are somewhere in the middle of the Bhashyam under say Shloka 66. After the conclusion of that 66th Shloka, Shankaracharya has started summarizing the whole discussion of the Gita Shastra. So in that his main topic is this Khandana, Jnana Karma Samuchayavada Khandana, that is denouncing this argument of the Mimamsakas that karma can go alongside with Jnana. So Shankaracharya's contention, or rather the contention of the Vedanta, is that karma is something which is totally different. Karma has nothing to do with Jnana. Karma may reach up to Chitta Shuddhi, but then at the level of Jnana, karma will not be there. So that is the final say position. So that discussion is going on. So we have seen a lot of discussion about this Nitya Karma, Naimitika Karma, etc., etc. So we were seeing the contention of the Purva Pakshi that all these Nitya Karmas are also as a result of, because this Nitya Karma also involves a lot of stress and strain. All the stress and strain and all the pain and ordeal of undergoing this, of performing all these Nitya Karmas, this is something which is a result of all the Purva Karma, Purva Kruta, Durita, that is all the past sins or past bad deeds, let us say. So that is what his contention was. So that is being refuted by Shankaracharya. So we are in this paragraph, Yetu ahuhu nityani karmani dukkha rupatvat Purva Kruta Durita Karmanam Phalameva. So those who say that all these Nitya Karmas, because they involve all this stress and strain, they are all the result of all these bad deeds, etc., etc. That is all incorrect. So that is where we were. Aparavruttana phaladana asambhavat. It is not possible for some action, it is not possible for some karma to give fruit unless it has started. And that starting point is that maranakala. That is where we were. Nahi maranakale phaladhanaya anankuri bhutasya karmana. Did we read this line?
Yes, sir.
We read this line?
Yeah.
I will again read. Nahi maranakale phaladhanaya anankuri bhutasya karmana phalam anya karmarabdhe janmani upabhujyate iti upapattihi. You see, at the time of say death of a person, a particular karma, it will start sprouting in the sense, it is only a metaphorical sense, in a figurative sense. It will start it has to lead to some other janma, isn't it? The linga sharira has to go to some other janma. For that, some karma, whatever is the predominant karma, it has to start fructifying. It has to start fructifying, and in order to do that, it has to first of all sprout at the time of death, isn't it? So at the time of death, something which has not started, how can it give result in this say particular life? So that is the argument of Shankaracharya. That is the argument of the Vedanti. You see, this life is a result of some karma. So that particular karma phala we have to enjoy here. So when we are supposed to enjoy the karma phala of that particular say karma, I enjoy or suffer whatever it is, how can all other karmas also come into picture? So that is the point. Nahi maranakale phaladhanaya anankuri bhutasya karmana phalam. Ankuri bhuta means sprouting. Ankura means sprout. Anankuri bhutasya karmana phalam anya karmarabdhe janmani. Because this janma is something which has been caused by some other karma. Anya karma arabdha. Anya karmana arabdham janma. So that is how we have to take it. So this janma which is caused by some other cause or some other karma, how can this life, say, how can that all the past karma, say sins, interfere in this particular life? It is not possible. Then anyatha, let us read. Swarga phalopabhogaya Agnihotradi karmarabdhe janmani Naraka karma phalopabhoganupapattihi Phala upabhoganupattihi nasyat.
फल उपभोगानुपत्तिः न स्यात्.
Okay, otherwise if you don't accept this, you will not be able to reject the possibility that a person who is in Swarga will also suffer hell. That is the general structure of the line is like that. If you don't accept this, you will not be able to reject the possibility that a person who is in Swarga will not suffer Naraka. So you have to accept, in that case you have to accept that somebody who is in Swarga will also have Naraka simultaneously. So that is what you are leading to. So that is what he says. Swarga phalopabhogaya Agnihotradi karmarabdhe janmani means in the janma which has been caused by Agnihotra, etc. And what is that janma which is caused by Agnihotra? When you do this Agnihotra and then all these punya karmas, you go to heaven. So isn't it? So Swarga phala upabhogaya. So that is the janma which is caused. Janma not necessarily means here. Janma also janma in the Swargaloka, janma in some other loka, janma in Naraka, whatever it is, all these are lokyante iti janmani. Those which are lokyante bhujyante iti janmani. Shankaracharya's bhashyam in Ishavasya Upanishad. So where you experience that karma phala. So that is what is a loka. So in this janma, in this particular janma, Naraka karma phala bhoga anupapattihi na syat. Bhoga anupapattihi. So you will not be able to reject the possibility of Naraka phalam in Swargam. Is it okay? Is it clear?
Yes.
So then tasya durita dukkha vishesha phalatva anupapattescha
durita dukkha vishesha
phalatva anupapattescha anekeshu hi duruteshu sambhavatsu
अनेकेषु हि दुरितेषु संभवत्सु
भिन्न दुःख साधन फलेषु नित्यकर्मानुष्ठानायास दुःखमात्र फलेषु कल्प्यमानेषु द्वन्द्वरोगादि बाधा निमित्तं न हि शक्यते कल्पयितुम्. Okay, we'll stop here because the sentence is still going on. So tasya means of that nitya karmanusthana. We are now talking about this pain involved, this pain, the ordeal, the stress and strain involved in this nitya karma. So this tasya refers to that ayasa, that pain, that ordeal of nitya karma. Let us say tasya durita dukkha vishesha phalatva anupapattescha. So you cannot say that it is the durita dukkha vishesha phalam. You cannot say that it is the phalam or the result of innumerable past, say, bad deeds. Durita dukkha vishesha. So a horde of bad deeds, innumerable bad deeds may be there, isn't it? Many bad deeds may be there. And you can't say that, say, this particular janma or this particular nityanusthana klesha, sorry, not janma, but nityanusthana klesha is the result of all those bad deeds, isn't it? So suppose somebody has done half a dozen murders and some other half a dozen, say, dacoities or robberies. So for all that, if this is a small package deal, if this nitya karmanusthana klesha is the package deal, and if he knows that, probably he will commit more robberies. So that is the point. So durita dukkha vishesha phalatva anupapattescha. So it is not, it is unreasonable to say, anupapatti, it is unreasonable to say that all this horde of, say, bad deeds, innumerable bad deeds, they are all resulting in this particular, say, ayasa, nitya karma ayasa. So getting up early in the morning and doing sandhya vandana is the punishment for committing so many murders and dacoities. Is it so? Is it reasonable to say like that? So it is that. So he is explaining the same thing. Anekeshu hi duriteshu sambhavatsu means when there is a possibility that there are innumerable duritas. Durita means papam. Mama upatta durita dwara we say every day. Durita means papam. So when there is a possibility of having so many sins, and bhinna dukkha sadhana phaleshu. So they are all caused by so many bhinna dukkha sadhana phala. That is, they are supposed to give different types of results, different types of punishments. For dacoity, some 5-year punishment or 7-year punishment, let us say. For robbery, some 3-year punishment. For some rape or something, some lifelong punishment. So this bhinna phala is very much required, isn't it? So bhinna dukkha sadhana phaleshu. For a punishment, there is for any crime there is say commensurate punishment, isn't it? If the crime is say more grievous, the punishment also is grievous. So like that, here you are, for all those things you are giving some small package deal. So that is what he says. Anekeshu duriteshu sambhavatsu bhinna dukkha sadhana phaleshu. The result of all these things are also going to be different, not simple. Then nitya karmanushthanayasa dukkhamatra phaleshu kalpyamaneshu. If you just visualize, kalpyamaneshu means if you just visualize, kalpana is visualizing. If you are just visualizing that nitya karmanushthanayasa dukkhamatram, so this pain of going through this ordeal of nitya karma, this is the only punishment for all the bad deeds. This is something which is something ridiculous. And you will not be able to explain various other things also in this life. For example, dvandva rogadi badha nimittam. You see all this heat, cold, all these dvandvas, all these dualities are there. Then roga is there. Roga, various types of diseases are also there. Then how are you going to explain all this? You see, there is the general belief is that all the rogas which we have are because they are due to some bad deeds we have done earlier. There is some sloka also in that regard. I don't recall. There is a sloka which says that all the rogas which we have in this life are due to some bad deeds, some punya, some papam which we have done, etc., etc. So, dvandva rogadi badha nimittam nahi chakyate kalpayitum. How are you going to explain, say, all these, say, rogas, etc., etc.? Nitya karma anushthanayasa dukkhameva पूर्वकृत दुरित फलम न शिरसा पाषाणवहनादि दुःखमिति. Okay, somebody is a person who is carrying a load of stones every day. Somebody, suppose you see some sort of coolie, some laborer who carries headloads of stone every day. Every day means all through the day he does that job only. Is it not some sort of say painful activity? So how are you going to explain this particular ayasa? So if you say that nitya karmanushthanayasa dukkhameva purvakruta durita phalam, for all the bad deeds which you have done in the previous lives, nitya karmanushthanayasa is the only phalam, then how are you going to explain this headloads and all these things? So shirasa pashana vahanadi dukkham is not included in that. If you say like that, Shirasa Pashana Vahanam. Pashana Vahanam means carrying stones. Pashana is stone. Vahanam means to carry. So all that, how are you going to explain? So then, aprakrutam cha idam uchyate. Nitya karma anushthanayasa dukkam. Purvakruta durita karma phalamiti. Katham is going to explain. See, aprakrutam idam uchyate. And you are also saying, you have also brought this particular subject out of context. This particular subject of nitya karma anusthana ayasa dukkham, the ordeal of going through this nitya karma, etc., etc., you have unnecessarily brought this subject. It is not connected with what we are discussing here. What we are discussing here is about this durita kshaya, durita karma, the past durita, past sins. How are they going to be exhausted? So that is the topic here. So nitya karma anushthanayasa dukkham purvakruta durita karma phalam iti. By saying that this say ordeal is due to this all the bad deeds, it is something which is inappropriate. You have brought this subject out of context. Katham, how? Aprasuta phalasya purvakruta duritasya shayaha na upapadyate iti prakrutam. Okay, the prakrutam is the present topic. What is it we are discussing? You see, aprasuta phalasya, for something which has not started fructifying, something which has not started giving result. Prasuta phala, aprasuta phala. You understand the words. Phalam prasuta. Prasuta means prasava. Prasava means delivery, isn't it? Prasuta phalam is something which has started delivering phalam. Aprasuta phalam means something which has not started delivering phalam, not started delivering the fruit. So aprasuta phalasya, of such karma, purvakruta duritasya. You see, purvakruta duritam is something, it has to start giving fruit. When it has not started at all, how can you say that that is being say exhausted here? How can you say? You see, when it starts giving fruit only, it gets exhausted. When it has not started giving fruit, how can it get exhausted? Is it understood? So aprasuta phalasya, that means it has not started delivering the phalam of that purvakruta duritasya, of that old sin. Kshayaha na upapadyate, that is, it does not get exhausted. Kshaya means exhausting, that is spent out. That karma phalam will be spent out only when it has started giving result. When it has not started giving result at all, how can it be spent out? So that is the point. Tatra prasuta phalasya karmanah phalam nitya karmanusthānāyāsa dukkham aha bhavan. Dukkham aha bhagavan. Na aprasuta phalasya iti. And you told prasuta phalasya karmanah phalam nityayasa dukkham. This whole pain and this ordeal of this nitya karma anusthana ayasa is the result of that prasuta karma. Prasuta karma means that which has started giving result. That is at the marana kale, sprouting ankuri bhutasya, etc. we said. So it has started, and you say that prasuta phalasya karma nitya ayasa dukkham aha bhagavan na aprasuta phalasya iti. And you said na aprasuta phalasya, not the result of all this say past things. Then if you say, he is visualizing another contention. Atha sarvameva purvakrutam duritam prasuta phalameva iti manyate bhavan tataha nityakarmanusthānāyasa dukkhameva phalamiti visheshanam ayuktam. Okay. So if you say, on the other hand, atha sarvameva purvakrutam duritam. So, okay, suppose the Purvapakshi tries to adjust himself and say, okay, not that I did not say only one particular karma has started giving phalam. All the karmas have simultaneously started giving phalam, and as a result of that, you are having this nitya karma anusthana klesha. Suppose he says like that. Sarvameva purvakrutam duritam. Purvakrutam duritam is all the old sins. Prasuta phalameva. That is, all those things they have started delivering the phalam. Iti manyate bhavan, if you think so, if you take that contention, tataha, then in that case, nitya karma anusthānāyasa dukkhameva phalam. So this is the phalam, this nitya karma anusthana, this pain and ordeal of undergoing this nitya karma, etc., not undergoing, performing this nitya karma, etc., that is the phalam. That is something which is not logical to say like that. How? Nitya karma vidhyanarthaka vidhyanarthakya prasangascha. Nitya karma vidhi anarthakya prasangascha. Vidhyanarthakya prasangascha. So in which case, if you say like that, then Vedas they have prescribed nitya karma for a particular purpose, for chitta shuddhi, etc. But that will become say purposeless if we have to accept your contention that this nitya karma anusthana is all painful, it is all full of say misery and full of stress and strain. Then what is envisaged in the Vedas will become purposeless. Nitya karma anusthana, nitya karma will appear to be purposeless. Anarthakyam is purposeless. Artha means purpose. Anarthakyam is purposelessness. Say nitya karma vidhi anarthakya prasanga. So then nitya karma vidhi means this prescription of nitya karma by the Vedas. This prescription of nitya karma by the Vedas will become purposeless if we have to accept your argument. Then upabhogena iva prasuta phalasya durita karmanah kshayopapattehe. Okay, upabhogena, this prasuta phala, we are now coming back to prasuta phalam, something which has started giving fruit. So of that thing, that will get exhausted by simply undergoing it. You see, you have come into this life, there is a particular janma we are having. In this particular janma, a particular karma has given rise to this particular janma. So when that is so, that karma phalam by simply going through, by simply living this particular life, we are going to exhaust. Not necessarily nitya karma, etc. There is no need for prescription of nitya karma. Just for mere exhaustion of the past karma. You see this line? For mere exhaustion of the past karma, it is just enough if you just go through this life. There is no need for again undergoing this klesha, nitya karma anusthana klesha, etc. So that is the point. Nitya karma anusthana is prescribed by the Veda for a different purpose. If you take that nitya karma anusthana klesha is in order to nullify all this bad, as a result of all these bad deeds, that is something you are going against the Veda, and Vedic prescription becomes meaningless. So that is the point. Prasuta phalasya durita karmanaha, of this bad deed which has started giving this result, upabhogenaiva shaya upapattehe, upabhogenaiva, by experiencing itself, by undergoing itself, shaya upapattehe. That is, it will get exhausted. It is reasonable to say that it gets exhausted. So that is the point. It is proper to say that it will get exhausted. Then kincha shrutasya nityasya dukkham karmanaschet phalam nitya karmanusthanayasadeva tat drishyate आयासादेव तद्दृश्यते व्यायामादिवत् तद अन्यस्य इति कल्पनानुपपत्तिः. So still more he is saying the sort of ridiculous nature of the argument of the Mimamsaka. He is trying to show that the Mimamsaka's argument is rather absurd. So that is the point here. Kincha shrutasya nityasya dukkham karmanaha chet phalam. If you want to reorganize these words, nityasya karmanaha phalam dukkham chet. Have you understood now? Nityasya karmanaha phalam dukkham chet. That is, if the result of nitya karma is dukkham or sorrow. If the words are jumbled up in Sanskrit, the problem is words, you can put the word anywhere. So if you want to reorganize, you have to do it this way. Nityasya karmanaha phalam dukkham chet. Is it clear? That is, if you say that the phalam of nitya karma is dukkham or sorrow, then nitya karma anusthana ayasadeva tadrushyate. This nitya karma anusthana is having some sort of strain, physical strain, and it is comparable to any other physical exercise. Vyayamadivat. You see, you do some physical exercise. In that physical exercise also there is some stress and strain. This nitya karma is just comparable with that only. And it is not possible to say, it is not correct to say, or it is unreasonable to say that this ayasa is the result of some other thing. Like physical exercise, this is also an exercise. This is a wholesome exercise for the body-mind, for the body-mind complex. Physical exercise is only for the body, whereas this nitya karma anusthana is a wholesome exercise for the body-mind complex, for the whole chitta, for chitta shuddhi, and also body shuddhi, because you get up early in the morning, you do some Surya Namaskara and all those mudras and whatnot, and then do some pranayama. There is some little bit of exercise also involved in this. So, tat anyasya iti kalpananupapattihi. Tad anyasya means, tad anyasya phalam. That word phalam we have to say, imagine, we have to take there. Tad anyasya iti kalpananupapattihi means, tad anyasya phalam. Tad means that ayasam. Ayasam. Anyasya phalam means, anya karmanaha phalam iti. Anya karmanaha phalam iti kalpana anupapattihi. That is, it is unreasonable to say that this particular ayasa is due to some other karma. Isn't it? So that is it. Jivanadi nimittecha vidhanat nityanam karmanam prayaschittavat purvakruta durita phalatva anupapattihi. Anupapatti means it is unreasonable to say. The overall meaning will be like that. Then jivanadi nimittecha vidhanat nityanam karmanam means this nitya karmas have been prescribed Jivanadi Nimittam, that is Yavad Jivam Agnihotram Juhoti. That is, as long as a person is alive, he has to perform Agnihotra. So that is the Agni Yavad Jiva. And the very fact that a person is living is the reason or the Nimitta, the word Nimitta, not. The mere fact that a person is living is the Nimitta for this Nitya Karma. Isn't it? So, Jivanadi Nimittecha Vidhanat. Vidhanat means because it is prescribed. Nityanam Karmanam. Prayaschittavat Purvakrute Durita Phalatvanupapatihi. It is not comparable to this Prayaschitta as in the case of Prayaschitta Purvakruta Durita Phalatva. You cannot say that it is Purvakruta, it is the phalam. It is the punishment for all the bad deeds. You cannot say that it is the punishment for all the bad deeds, just as in the case of Prayaschitta. So we have to understand three things here. There is what is called a papam. There is what is called a punishment. There is what is called Prayaschitta. Papam, suppose you have done, there is not you, some X has done half a dozen robberies. So that is papam. So he has to go, that phalam, papa phalam is, the fellow has to go to hell and then get some whiplashes, some half a dozen or a dozen whiplashes from all these soldiers of Lord Yama. Then Prayaschitta. Prayaschitta means this fellow he goes and then he goes to a teacher and then he does some expiatory act. He fasts for say about a month and or he does some other physical say tapas type of thing. And then by tapas and fast and all these things, he will get rid of those, that papa phalam, isn't it? So there are two things. One is punishment, and another is prayaschitta. So this prayaschitta, like that prayaschitta, you cannot say in the case of nitya karma. Nitya karma cannot be equated with that prayaschitta. So prayaschittavat Purvakruta Durita Phalatvanupapatihi. You cannot say that it is on par with Prayaschitta and it is the phalam or the punishment or result of that Purvakruta Durita. Then, Yasmin Papa Karma Nimitte Yat Vihitam Prayashchittam.
Yasmin Papa Karma Nimitte Yat Vihitam Prayashchittam.
Natu Tasya Papasya.
Natu Tasya Papasya.
Tat Phalam.
Tat Phalam.
And also, one more fact is there. That is, one prayashchittam is prescribed for one particular papa karma. It is not papa phalam. Natu tasya papasya phalam. It is not papa phalam, but it is prayashchittam. Papa phalam is different from prayashchittam, isn't it? Whereas you are saying that what all this nitya karma is the phalam. Nitya karma, what all nitya karma, the ordeal of nitya karma is the phalam for all those past sins. Whereas in reality, Yasmin Papa Karma Nimitte Yad Vihitam Prayashchittam, Yat Prayashchittam Vihitam. That is, whatever Prayashchitta or whatever expiatory act has been prescribed in the case of a particular sin. So that, Natu Tasya Papasya Tat Phalam. It is in fact, indeed, the reality is that it is not the phalam. It is only a Prayashchitta. It is not the phalam. Whereas you are saying that this ordeal of nitya karma is the phalam of all these past sins. Then atha tasyaiva papasya nimittasya prayaschitta dukkham phalam jivanadi nimittamapi nitya karmanushthanayasa dukkham jivanadi nimittasyaiva tat phalam prasajyeta. Nitya Prayashchittayoho Naimittikatva Visheshat. Naimittikatva Avisheshat. Naimittikatva Visheshat means Nitya also is becoming a Naimittikam because Jivanadi Nimittam. The very fact that a person is alive and a person is living, that becomes the Nimitta for this Nitya Karma, isn't it? So similarly, Prayashchitta is also with particular reference to a Papa. That particular karma, Papa Karma becomes the Nimitta. Because of that Papa Karma, this Prayashchitta is imposed. So let us see this line again. Atha tasyaiva papasya nimittasya karmanaha. Tasyaiva papasya nimittasya karmanaha. Okay. नित्यकर्म आयास दुःखम. Okay. अथ तस्यैव पापस्य निमित्तस्य प्रायश्चित्त दुःखम फलम. If you say that this प्रायश्चित्त दुःखम, you know, the pain of the stress in undergoing that prayaschitta, if you say that is the result, that is the phalam, phalam and prayashchittam, you see the difference. If you say that prayashchittam itself is the phalam, jivanadi nimittamapi nityakarmanushthanayasa dukkam, then this nityakarmanushthanayasa dukkam also, then you have to say that is the phalam of jivanadi nimittam. By the way, merely because a person is alive, merely because a person is living, so this nityakarmanushthanayasa dukkam also is the phalam you have to say. You have to say that this mere fact that a person is living, say he has to do all this nitya karma and then he has to undergo this ayasa, etc., etc. So nitya prayaschittayoho naimittikatva avisheshat. Because nitya karma and say prayaschitta, they both become naimittika. Naimittikatva avisheshat means, avishesha means not different. It is not different from other naimittika. It is not different from naimittika. Because nitya karma is also necessitated by the fact that a person is alive. So that living itself is the nimitta. Then prayaschitta for the nimitta for prayaschitta is the purva karma. All this is slightly complicated discussion.
Completely contrary, sir. Completely contrary. What we have earlier read in the statement is, see, a person, if he is doing a good deed, then he will go in a poor family and he will...
No, now that is, you are referring to good deeds.
Good.
You are referring to good deeds. Yoga bhrashtaha, what is that? Shuchinam karmanam dehe yoga bhrashto, say, abhijayate, what is that? Jayate. I said that is regarding the good karma. We are now talking about the durita karmas. The contrast is durita karmas. We are now talking about the durita karma. We are not talking in the context of punya karma.
If a person doing a durita karma, there is a question of coming into a good path and doing
nitya karma at all. That is another problem. Yeah, you have added one more point to what Shankaracharya said. That is, if a person has done so many durita karmas, where is the question of this fellow taking a human birth, and then where is the question of this fellow going through all these nitya karma, etc. So this is again a very, very valid point. So you can add this point also in your bhashyam. Okay. Jivanadi nimittam api nitya karma anushthanayasa dukkam jivanadi nimittaseva tat phalam prasajyeta. Then we will have to say that this nitya karma anusthana dukkam, this pain of this nitya karma, is also the phalam of this, the very, say this jivanadi nimittam is the phalam for this, phalam for jivanadi nimittam, we have to say. Nitya prayaschittayoho naimittikatva avisheshat means nitya and prayaschitta, they both become, they are not different from naimittika. They both are naimittika only. So I am using the Sanskrit words as they are, because again if I have to translate again it will take a long time. Kincha anyat. Kincha anyat means something more, something more we have to see. Nityasya kamyasya cha agnihotradehe अनुष्ठानायास दुःखस्य तुल्यत्वात् नित्यानुष्ठानायास दुःखमेव पूर्वकृत दुरितस्य फलम् न तु काम्यानुष्ठानायास दुःखम् इति विशेषः नास्तीति तदपि पूर्वकृत दुरितफलं प्रसज्येत. So another point he has got, Shankaracharya has got. You see, you are doing a nitya karma. Nitya karma, okay, suppose you are doing a particular karma as a nitya karma. Say even agnishtoma, not agnishtoma, what is this? Jyotishtoma. Jyotishtoma sometimes is a nitya karma. There is this is a note from Bellamkonda Ramaraya Kavi's commentary. Some karma can at the same time be nitya karma and also a kamya karma. It is possible. You see, and also in all the kamya karmas we also do some nitya, say something Agnihotra, etc. Agnihotra is something which is nitya karma and also part of the kamya karma. And sometimes the same kamya karma becomes a, say, nitya karma. For example, Bellamkonda Ramarai Kavi has quoted one line, Vasante Vasante Jyotisha Juhuyat. That is, Jyotishtoma Yajna has to be performed on certain occasions, certain seasons, some occasions. So there it becomes a nitya karma. Jyotishtoma becomes a nitya karma. And when you say Jyotishtomena Swargakamo Yajeta, then it becomes a kamya karma. So sometimes it is a nitya karma, sometimes it is a kamya karma, but the whole karma is one and the same. The whole karma, the procedure is one and the same. The Yajamani is the same fellow. Yajamani has to bring the same material. He has to bring some 5 kilos of say ghee and some 10 kilos of rice and then so many other items, Navagraha, japas and whatnot, and then he has to bring some 100, say over a dozen coconuts and whatnot. He has to get about half a dozen, say panditas to chant all these things. So all this equipment and all the material, all the sambharas, they are one and the same. And this purse, the same bill for nitya karma and the same bill for kamya karma also. This ayasa dukkham, nitya karma, this karma also he has to sit for 3 hours, and then kamya karma also he has to sit for 3 hours. All his ankles will be paining. So this ayasa dukkham is same. So when the ayasa dukkham is same both for nitya karma and also kamya karma, then how can you say that this pain relating to this ordeal of nitya karma alone is the result of that purva karma, purva papam, and this ordeal of kamya karma is not the result? How can you say? There is no difference between these two. This shrama is same, the bill is same, everything is same. When everything is same, then how can you differentiate? Then the kamya karma also will become the result of all these say old previous sins. You follow? Yes. So that is what he says. Nityasya kamyasya cha agnihotradehe. So both for nitya karma, nitya agnihotra and also kamya agnihotra. So this agnihotra is nitya, it can be nitya agnihotra or it can be kamya agnihotra. Nityasya kamyasya cha agnihotradehe. We do not know, there may be some other things also. Agnihotradehe, he says. Like agnihotra, there may be some many other things which are equal, both in nitya karma and also kamya karma. Agnihotradehe anushtanayasa dukhasya tulyatvat. That is, it is same. Anushtana ayasa dukkham. This pain and misery and also the bill and whatnot, they are all same in both cases. Then nityanushtanayasa dukhameva purvakruta duritasya phalam. And if you say that this ordeal of nityanushtanam alone is the phalam or the result of this old karmas, and not natu kamyanushtanayasa dukkham, and not this kamyanushtanayasa dukkham, how can you say, how can you differentiate? Iti visheshaha nasti, there is no differentiation. Iti tadapi purvakruta durita phalam prasajyeta. You will have to say, prasajyeta means you have to accept, prasajyeta, that contingency will arise. Prasajyeta, that contingency, prasaktihi, that prasakti, you know, yeah. That sort of prasakti will come, prasajyeta. That is, you will have to agree that also is due to durita phalam only. Follow? Yes. Then tathaja sati nityanam phala ashravanat tadvidhananyathānupapattescha anyathanyathānupapattescha nityanusthānāyasa dukkham purvakruta durita phalam iti arthapatti kalpana anupapanna. So tathacha sati, while that is so, let me see this line, tathacha sati. Okay, tathacha sati nityanam phala ashravanat, because Shruti has not specifically mentioned this in any phalam for nitya karma. Tad vidhananyathānupapattescha. That is, there is no other, and that is, he is repeating the Purvapakshi's contention. He is repeating the Purvapakshi's contention. Nityanam param phalanam phala ashravanat, because nitya karma has no phalam. Then tad vidhananyathānupapattescha. When you can't explain this nitya karma otherwise, you can't explain the nitya karma ayasa otherwise, then you are saying nityanusthana ayasa dukkham purvakruta durita phalam. You are presuming that this is the result of or the purva karma. iti arthapatti kalpana anupapanna. Arthapatti, you know arthapatti. Arthapatti is one of the, say, pramanas. We have got 6 pramanas in Advaita Vedanta, except 6 pramanas. That is Pratyaksha, Anumana, Pratyaksha, Pramana, Agama, then Upamana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi. So Arthapatti is, suppose it means presumption. That is, suppose you are somebody is hale and healthy. Hale and healthy is quite robust, and then he is quite muscular, and then he is quite moving quite agile, in a very agile way. But then you have never seen him eating food all through the day. Right from morning till evening you are with him, and right from morning till evening he is not eating anything. But still he is hale and healthy. So you have to presume that at 5 a.m. he is eating something before you see him. And then after nightfall, when he goes home, happily, say he eats quite well. One chicken in the morning and 1 chicken in the night he is eating. So he is quite hale and healthy. So that is presumption. Arthapatti. Pino Devadattaha Divana Bhunkte. That is the example, standard example given. Pino Devadattaha. Devadatta means some X. He is quite strong. Pinaha. Pinaha means strong. Pino Devadattaha Divana Bhunkte. During the day he doesn't eat. So which means Ratrau Bhunkte. So you have to presume that he has his full meal in the early in the morning and also late in the night. That is the presumption. Iti arthapatti kalpana anupapanna. This arthapatti kalpana, this sort of presumption is also, it is inappropriate. Evam vidhana anyathanupapattehe anushthanayasa dukkha vyatirikta kalpana dukkha vyatirikta phalatva anumanaccha nityanam.
Anushthanayasa dukkha vyatirikta phalatva anumanaccha nityanam.
Okay. Evam vidhana anyathanupapattehe. So this, but there is no other way. 1 second. Evam vidhana. Okay. Like in the case of kamya karma, so we will have to infer. 1 second. Like in the case of kamya karma, which involves this ayasa and phalam. Okay. Evam vidhana anyathanupapattehe anushthanayasa dukkha vyatirikta phalatva anumanaccha nityanam. So, like in the case of Kamya Karma is, what is Kamya Karma? You are doing a particular act. There is no doubt stress and strain, but it will also have some result, isn't it? It is also leading to some result. So, similarly, in this Nitya Karma also, Anushthanayasa Dukkha Vyatirikta. So, apart from Ayasa, Dukkha Vyatirikta means apart from this Dukkha. Ayasa Vyatirikta. Vyatirikta means something which is apart from. Apart from this Anusthana, Ayasa, Dukkha, you have to visualize some other phalatvam. You have to visualize phalatva anumanacha. Anumana means inference. Earlier it was, say, arthapatti, but here it is anumana. Anumana means inference. Pratyaksha and anumana. You have to infer some other, say, result also for this nitya phala. You have to result, just as you are visualizing that in kamya karma, there is dukkha, plus there is some phala. Similarly, you have to infer that. Now this becomes inference. You have to infer that in the nitya karma also there is some ayasa, and in addition to the ayasa dukkha vyatirikta phalatva anumanacha. You have to visualize some phalam also. You have to accept some phalam also by way of inference. Phalatva anumanacha nityanam. Then virodhacha. You are also saying something contradictory. What is that? He is explaining. Viruddham cha idam uchyate. Nitya karmani anushtiyamane. Anyasya karmanah phalam bhujyate iti abhyupagamyamane. Sayeva upabhogah. Nityasya karmanah phalamiti. Nityasya karmanah phalabhava iti cha. Viruddham uchyate. You are saying something contradictory. On one hand you are saying there is phalam, on the other hand you are saying there is no phalam. Nitya karmanah phalabhava. Nitya karma for phalabhava, the Mimamsaka's contention is nitya karma there is a phalabhava. And at the same time you are saying that Nitya karmani anushtiyamane, while you are performing this nitya karmas anushtiyamane sati, nitya karmani anushtiyamane sati. While you are performing this nitya karma, anyasya karmanah phalam bhujyate iti abhyupagamyamane. While it is being presumed or while it is being accepted, abhyupagama means accepting. While it is being admitted that while performing that, by performing that nitya karma, you are also enjoying the fruit or suffering the result of something else. Anyasya phalam bhujyate iti abhyupagamyamane. Sayeva upayogah nityasya karmanah phalamiti. And you are accepting that type of experience, that suffering itself, experience means suffering here, that suffering itself is the result, you are saying on one hand. Then phalamiti, nityasya karmanah phala bhava iti cha. And you are saying that there is no phalam, nitya karmanah phala bhava. On one hand, you are saying that all the suffering is because of that some other say karma, and on the other you are saying that nitya karma has no phala, nitya karmanah phala bhava. It is something which is viruddham uchyate, something which is, you are saying something which is contradictory. Kincha kamyagnihotradav अनुष्ठीयमाने नित्यमपि अग्निहोत्रादि तंत्रेणैव अनुष्ठितं भवति इति अग्निहोत्रादि तंत्रेणैव अनुष्ठितं भवति इति तंत्रेणैव अनुष्ठितं भवति इति तद आयास दुःखेनैव काम्याग्निहोत्रादि फलम् उपक्षीणं स्यात् तत्तंत्रत्वात्. Okay. So now we are coming to nityasya karmanah phalabhava viruddham vivuchyate. Okay. Kincha, moreover, kamyagnihotradau anushtiyamane, when you are doing a kamyagnihotram. Now let us go back to the earlier example which I said that Jyotishtoma. Jyotishtoma, at times it is kamyagnihotra, at times it is nityagnihotra. When that is so, while both are one and the same, Swarupa, there is no Swarupa Bheda, there is no difference in their nature, there is no difference in their the whole procedure, etc. Only the purpose is different. One is a Kamya Karma and another is Nishkama. So that is, one is Sakamatva and the other is Nishkamatva. That is the only difference. Nitya Karma, it is Nishkama. Then Kamya, it is Sakama. So Agnihotrada Anishtiyamane, Nityamapi, even that Nitya also, Agnihotradi Tantrenaiva Anushtitam Bhavati. Agnihotra Tantram. Tantra means that whole procedure. Agnihotradi Tantrenaiva, the whole Tantra, the whole procedure is one and the same. Tantrenaiva Anushtitam Bhavati iti. Tada ayasa dukkhenaiva kamyagnihotradi phalam upakshinam syat. So that ayasa dukkha. So nitya karma is having one ayasa. Some ayasa means some pain. By this pain of nitya karma, nityasya karmana phalabhava. Okay. Kincha kamyagnihotradav anushtiyamane nityamapi agnihotradi tantrenaiva anushtitam bhavati iti. Tad ayasa dukkhenaiva kamyagnihotradi phalam upakshinam syat. Okay. The point is here. You see, nitya karma, anyway you say there is no phalam. Kamyagnihotri, you have to accept that there is some phalam. Otherwise the very definition will be hit. It is kamya karma. The very definition will be hit if you say that there is no phalam. But then from what you are seeing now, so Nityagnihotra karma is also having some ayasa. Kamyagnihotra also is having some ayasa. So if you say that, say once you see that both are one and the same, the tantra is one and the same, just as in the case of Nitya karma, this Kamya karma also will become infructuous. Kamya karma also will become infructuous. Kamyagnihotradi phalam upakshinam syat. That is, upakshinam syat means that phalam itself will fade away. That phalam itself will wane away, or it will fade away. It will wither away, let us say. So let us see, read the line again. Kamyagnihotradu anushtiyamane. When you are performing this Kamyagnihotram, then Nityamapi, even this Nityagnihotram, Agnihotradi tantrenaiva anushtitam bhavati. You see, this is something like a joint operation. Not joint operation, this is one operation with in which both Nitya karma also is there, Kamya karma is also there. Agnihotradi Tantrenaiva, by the very act of Agnihotra, both Nitya Karma and Kamya Karma is done. So just as Nitya Karma is, say this phalam is exhausted, Kamya Karma phalam also is exhausted. Tad ayasa dukkhenaiva. Tad ayasa dukkhenaiva means by that, say pain, this Kamyagnihotra phalam also perishes. That Kamyagnihotra phalam also wanes away like the Nityagnihotra phalam. Kamyagnihotra phalam also perishes like the Nityagnihotra phalam. Tat tantratvat. Tat tantratvat means because the tantra, the activity is the same in both. Tat tantratvat. It is the same in both. So that is the point. Should I read it again? No. It is okay, because all these things is a meticulous calculation of various karmas. So the next line, Atha Kamyagnihotradi phalam Anyadeva Swargadi Tad Anushtanayasa Dukkhamapi Bhinnam Prasajyeta Na cha tadasti Drushta Virodhat Nahi Kamyanushthanayasa Dukkhat Kevala Nityanushthanayasa Dukkham Bhidyate. Okay. So you see, if you say that Atha means if you contend that Kamyagnihotradi phalam Anyadeva Swargadi. So the phalam, the result of this Kamyagnihotradi phalam is totally different. That is something like Swarga, etc., etc. Then tad anushtanayasa dukkham bhinnam prasajyeta. This anushtanayasa dukkham also, it is something, it should be different. Anushtanayasa dukkham also should be different. But actually it is not so. In fact, it is not so. Ayasa dukkham is one and the same. Nacha tadasti means it is not so. Nacha tadasti, it is not so, because ayasa dukkham is one and the same. Drushta virodhat, because we are not seeing that Nityagnihotra is producing one type of ayasa and Kamyagnihotra is producing another type of ayasa. We are not seeing like that. Nahi Kamyanushthanayasa dukkhat Kevala Nityanushthanayasa dukkham bhidyate. That is, it is not different. Whatever is done, whatever ayasa is there in this Nityanusthana, the same ayasa is there in this Kamya Karmanusthana also. Maybe we will stop here and then we will go ahead in the next class, because it is becoming too heavy. And then the further description. Now we are shifting to another say subject, that is avihitam apratisiddham cha karma tatkala phalam tu na shastra choditam pratishiddham va tatkala phalam. So this is another, slightly switching over to another topic. We will continue in the next class. So far is it clear?
Yes.
Or any particular line? Tadvidhana anyathanupapatesha. All discussion is regarding this Nityagnihotra and Nitya Karma and also Kamya Karma. If Nitya Karma is going to be purposeless, Kamya Karma also is going to be purposeless. Because the ayasa is one and the same both in Nitya Karma and also in Kamya Karma. We will continue in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.